Good morning, YouTubers. Today we are going to be making some pancakes, but not just normal stacks of pancakes. We're going to roll them up, top them with some whipped cream, a little bit of caramel, and we are going to make these look amazing. And it is a perfect breakfast for that special someone if you're looking for an idea for Valentine's Day. All right, so let's get to it and start making some pancakes. All right, to get started, I have an 11 by 16 inch baking sheet that has a lip on it. It's already greased with a little bit of vegetable shortening. Now it's going to go into the oven and preheat with the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, so this part is completely optional. I wanted blueberry sauce on my pancakes today, so I'm going to show you guys how to make a quick blueberry sauce. It's a half a cup of frozen blueberries mixed with a tablespoon of sugar, a splash of vanilla, and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And you're just going to let that cook down on like a low medium heat until it thickens and kind of looks like jam. Again, this is optional. You don't have to do this unless you want blueberry sauce, but it only makes a tiny little bit of sauce. Next, I'm going to make the pancake batter. So in a medium-sized bowl, I'm going to mix together 1 cup of flour with 1 tablespoon of sugar, a teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to whisk that together, and then I'm going to get the wet ingredients ready. So for the wet ingredients, you're going to get a measuring cup and pour in 1 cup of buttermilk. Then you're going to mix in 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of oil, a splash of clear vanilla, and a splash of regular vanilla. Now the vanillas are completely optional if you want to use just one or the other, or if you would prefer adding a little coconut flavor or perhaps a almond extract. It's up to you. I'm using both vanillas, clear and regular, because I like the taste of clear vanilla. It has sort of an vanilla ice cream taste. And of course, I like having the extra regular vanilla mixed in just to help enhance it. Again, it's up to you, whichever flavoring you would like to use. Go for it, experiment. They're pancakes, you can always make some more. Now that your wet ingredients are ready, you're going to take a whisk and you are going to start whisking your wet ingredients into your dry ingredients. And you can do this by hand. You don't need an electric mixer, stand mixer, nothing like that. They mix up really quick and easy. And you're whisking them just until it is all smooth, until your pancake batter is smooth. You don't see any lumps or any clumps of flour. And that's it. It's super easy to mix up. All right, so by now your pan should be good and hot. So take it out of the oven and you're going to just add a little bit of butter into it. Use a pastry brush and brush the melted butter all around up the edges of your pan. Then you're going to pour your pancake batter into it. And you want to use a spatula or a spoon, something to just spread your pancake batter out as thin as possible to all edges of your pan. Once you have it all spread out, now you can add whatever toppings you want. So today I am doing dulce de leche or caramel sauce on half of the pan. And on the other half, I'm going to put blueberries in it. Remember I made blueberry sauce at the beginning of this video? Well, this is why I want blueberry pancakes. But my husband wants caramel pancakes. So on the caramel side, I just drizzled on some dulce de leche and a little bit of cinnamon sugar. Other options would be using a chocolate sauce like Nutella or something, add chocolate chips, other fruit. Have fun, be creative with them. They're so easy to make that you can always make another batch. All right, so my 1 giant pancake is now ready to go into the oven, and it's going to go in and bake for approximately 15 minutes. All right, so this is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven after baking for 15 minutes. It's slightly golden colored. It feels a little spongy. I let this cool for probably 2 minutes or so, just cool enough that I can handle it. I don't want to burn my fingers. But this also cools off very quickly, so you kind of have to work fast for this. Out of my baking sheet, I'm able to cut it into 4 rows so that I can make 4 rolls out of it. I am cutting it widthwise, not lengthwise. lengthwise, it'll just be way too thick and it'll unroll on you. Use a spatula to just kind of make sure it's not stuck to the pan to make it easier to roll. And then you just roll it up. Don't know how else to explain that. Just roll your pancake. And it does stay together quite well. And then you're just going to put it on your plate, and you might have to fiddle with it just a little bit to make sure it stays and doesn't unroll on you. All right, so do you remember the blueberry sauce I made at the beginning of this video? Well, this is where I'm going to use it. I'm going to spread a little bit onto my pancake before I roll it up. Just a little bit. I don't want a lot because I also want to put it on top of my pancake. All right, so once I spread it all on, I'm just going to roll up my blueberry pancake and put it on the plate, just like I did to the caramel one. The next step is to make these look really pretty and very appetizing. So while I was waiting for them to bake, I had whipped up some whipped cream to go on top of them. I'm not using a piping bag or anything fancy. I'm just going to use a spoon and scoop a couple spoonfuls of whipped cream on top of each of my pancake rolls. And I'm just going to spread it out a little bit so it looks fancy without being super fancy. All right, so for the caramel one, I put the whipped cream on, and then I just drizzled a little bit of the dulce de leche on it, or caramel sauce, whichever you're using, and sprinkled on a little bit of cinnamon sugar. For the blueberry one, again, I put all the whipped cream on, spread it out, made it look kind of fancy, and then I used my blueberry sauce and put a couple little spoonfuls on, and a couple fresh blueberries as well. I also put a little bit of the blueberry sauce on the side of my pancake so that I can dip my pancake into it. And here is a close-up of how they both look. They turned out amazing, and they are so delicious. My blueberry one is kind of tilting a little sideways, but it is still very pretty and very impressive if you're making this for somebody special.
All right, YouTubers. So as you saw, they were really easy to make. And out of one pan, you can make a variety of them, whether you like yours with blueberries or strawberries, or you're more of a caramel fan. It's in a pan, so you can make 4 different kinds if you want to. These turned out really well. They're very easy to make. Nothing special about like tools or anything that you need. You don't even need a mixer. You can do it all by hand. I'm not going to eat these right now. I'm saving them for breakfast and pictures. But these turned out really well. It was an experiment I just tried a couple days ago. Loved it. Thought I would turn it into a video. And ta-da, they're beautiful. So give them a try. It's a great little idea for Valentine's Day or any special occasion where you're surprising somebody, maybe with breakfast in bed, or girls' weekend where you want to show off your baking skills to your girls. It's an easy recipe. That's the main part. It is very easy to do. All right, so that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Check out all my socials. And as always, the recipe will be in the description and on my social media. Okay, that's it. So I will see you guys all next week for my next recipe.